ça va, everyone over at One Nation Pub Stomping? Je m'appelle Turbo, and today we got you a quad nuclear on hijack by Savage, the savagest of the One Nation Pub Stomping players, because his name's Savage, so he's automatically a savage. And I gotta say, I've never gotten anywhere close to getting a nuclear or one of the highest hidden kill streaks in any Call of Duty game. Never gotten a Moab, never gotten a nuke, never gotten a nuclear. The highest I've gotten is a 20 gun streak, which is, I think it's a ruthless or a relentless. It's not brutal. Brutal is 25. But anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about today was a nice little interesting night I had the other night. It involved me and my two other friends. It was a boys' night out. We had just gotten some milkshakes, and then we went over to my best friend's house to troll on Omegle. You know, maybe look for some titties. You never know what the night might give you. So anyway, as we were doing that, we ran into this German kid, and immediately he was blonde hair, blue eyes, and I was trolling. So I immediately said to him, "You're what Hitler had in mind," and he was like, "Oh yeah, my grandfather was actually a Nazi, yeah." And we just burst out laughing. That I did not expect that at all. I have a German cousin. He lives in Germany. He's a German native, but his uncle is an American. So we don't really have any German ancestry in Germany. We just have relatives that live in Germany. And he never really seemed very touchy on that subject. You know, they don't really seem very offended by that. So it was just kind of funny to hear that from a German. But anyway, so our friend, who is female, let's call her Fantasia. That's a nice name, Fantasia. That was a great movie, too. A Disney movie with all that music. Oh, man, that was such a good movie. I remember watching that in middle school. But anyway, Fantasia calls us up needing a ride home from a party. She hasn't been drinking anything like that. She's a good girl, you know. She hasn't been wearing less and going out more. And she just needed a ride home because her ride to the party was staying the night. And this party was way out in the middle of nowhere in the next county. So we all pile up in my friend's car and we go to drive to her house. Now, keep in mind, we didn't know where this party was, so we're waiting on an address, but we're basically driving in the general direction because there's this one street that goes all the way down, like, through multiple counties. So we just got on that street and started driving. Now, while we were on that street, we actually ran over a raccoon, and this was our reaction to it. Sorry, I thought I had the reaction saved because I posted it on my Snapchat story, and I thought I'd save my Snapchat stories because I usually save my Snapchat stories because they're really fucking lit. But on this particular Snapchat story, I did not save it, and I'm actually really pissed off that I didn't save it. But basically, we were screaming, we freaked out. It was about a 50-pound raccoon. It was a big boy, and it made a significant bump on the road. I'll tell you that right now. And that thing is not, it is not alive. I can definitely promise you that. But anyway, so we're basically driving down this long street, and we finally get the address, and it turns out the address is about 20 miles away from us. And at this point, it's about 11:30 at night, and that's out past curfew, so if we get pulled over, we're fucked. So we're basically driving, and in this county, this is not the county I live in, this is the county next to the county I live in. It's very rural, and there's not really much, just a bunch of prisons and, you know, maybe a couple houses here and there. So it's basically just all forest and fields and farms and stuff like that. So it's really sketchy at night. And we were talking about, like, oh man, what if a murderer catches us or something? Don't pick up any hitchhikers, dude. And it's legit very freaky in this county at night. It just creeps me out. So we basically come up to the house finally, and the driveway is about a mile long, a gravel driveway that's about a mile long. So we're going down this creepy driveway. We finally come up to the house. We know it's the house because there's a bunch of cars parked out front and the lights are on. So we're basically parked out front, and we text Fantasia, "Hey, we're here." And while we're waiting, a bunch of people start coming up to the window. And we're thinking, is this the right house? Are we at the right place? What's going on? So eventually, after about 5 minutes, Fantasia doesn't text back. I go up to the house, and I literally see 20 people looking out the window at me. And I just casually knock on the door. I ring the doorbell, and they're like, "Hello, who are you?" And I'm like, "Hi, I'm here to pick up my friend Fantasia." And then Fantasia comes out the house. She's like, "Oh, thank you so much for picking me up. You're the best friend ever." I've been friend zoned so badly. But anyway, so as we're about to leave, these two jockey guys, they're like, "Hey, I know you. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm a pretty popular guy. People in other counties know me. All right. And they're like, hey, I know you. You're a bitch. And I just stand there in astonishment, like, what did I do to these people? I'm not a violent person at all. I will avoid confrontation by any means. I'm not about to let a drunk guy just ruin my night. So anyway, we basically drive our friend home, who lives 2 counties away at her dad's house because her parents are divorced, but she also lives in our county, so we go to the same school. But we got to basically drive another school district, which is about an hour away. It was ridiculous. We are the best friends ever, and we basically get her home safely. And that was about it. At this time, it was about maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. I was keeping my mom updated on texts on where I was and stuff, just so she won't get pissed at me for being out way past curfew. And that was basically an interesting night. Not too crazy, not too lit. I don't condone drinking in excess. Nor do I condone drugs. I don't really like the taste of alcohol, to be honest. It's not my thing. But it's some people's things, and I say it. As long as you're drinking, like, in your house, I think it's fine. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this quad nuclear on Hijacked by Savage. Subscribe to him. His link is in the description for his channel, as well as mine. Subscribe to me if you like my commentaries, guys. I put them on my channel. Not very often, though. Bye.